worldwide thing, it's a worldwide thing. Take a look at Trinidad into Dublin, it's a worldwide thing, it's a worldwide thing. I'm a Mr. Canada from Old Talking, it's a worldwide thing, it's a worldwide thing. Take a look at Trinidad into Dublin, it's a worldwide thing, it's a worldwide thing. I'm a Mr. Canada from Old Talking.
Hey there, Opportunity Explorers. It's Krista, your Trade Commissioner with Opportunity Embassy. And I am here because this week, one of my clients, again, a lot of them come asking about importing things from China, thinking, hey, I'm going to get rich doing this. Some of you may, but it's not as easy as it sounds. The importing is actually quite simple, and I'm going to take you through a tutorial now of some resources available to help you do that, go through some regulations and finding out what your tariff code would be. But I really want you to think about it. Think about it long and hard on how you're going to distribute these things. Marketing and distribution is really the key to importing. That's how you make money, is by selling the things you import. So you don't want to just fill up your basement and all your spare bedrooms with stuff from China or any country. So let's go through the tutorial now on some resources you can actually use to research this opportunity and see if it's one you'd like to explore. As always, Opportunity Embassy is all about your passport to opportunity. Not all opportunities turn out being the best one for you. So let's take our time and look at all the options, and I'll take you through Importing 101 right now.
So the first place you can go is to trusty old Google, and you're just going to type in step-by-step importing. And here it'll actually bring up the Canadian Border Services website. This website basically goes over the step-by-step guide to importing. Everything from your Canada Revenue Agency, getting your import license number, identifying the goods that you want to import, then going through finding the tariff codes for the countries you're importing them from. One thing to note is that there are special labeling requirements for specifically food products, maybe some more technological things, but definitely food. Everything needs to be clearly marked where it's coming from and what's in it, both French and English for Canada. And if you're exporting, that's something that people have to deal with going into other countries. For textiles and textile products, there's a little bit of different rules depending on what they are. The tariff classification is what tells you how much duty you're going to have to pay on it. You should determine, what harmonized sales code, harmonized tariff code actually that your goods fall under. Look it up, and what country it's coming from, what treatment needs to be applied to it, and then that'll tell you what you will be paying or what you should be paying when it comes in. But always check your documents after you've imported the item, because Canada Border Services has a tendency to not apply the correct tariff, and it might make a difference of 5% of your total cost. So always look at that. It's quite a bit of paperwork to actually get your refund for the surplus charging that they do. But I think just on principle people should push that regardless of the amount. And if you are importing large quantities, it can make a huge difference. So you can actually clear your own items depending on what the amounts are. Shipments less than 1,600 are typically brought in through and cleared by the courier, so UPS, DHL, or Canada Post. You can hire a customs broker if you're not sure on how to do the paperwork, don't want to learn how to do the paperwork, and you don't want to file the paperwork. However, not all customs brokers actually check things over to make sure the correct duty was applied. They just merely clear the shipment. So you want to, maybe learn how to do it yourself.
Okay, so taking a quick moment from making videos for the Opportunity Embassy, I am having a beer and cooking dinner. Can you see that? Anyway, it's just pasta. Delicious. Thinking about imports, I'd like to show you some interprovincial import. This is beer from Quebec, and it has a nice citrusy flavor. And on the back you can see that it was made in Chambly, Quebec. And because our liquor boards are controlled provincially, it would be considered an interprovincial import. Now this one, my friends, you should go out and find. It is Tusker beer, and it is brewed in Nairobi, Kenya. And I found this actually at the local liquor depot because some brave soul, and mind you, it was the only one left. And Castle, which is another East African brewery, Castle was completely sold out. Oh, was I heartbroken. Anyway, so this beer, on the back, if you read your labels, you will start to realize so many things are imported. This is brewed in Nairobi, Kenya, and distributed by, or imported by, and then distributed, remember that distribution, by United Distributors in Calgary. So they distribute through the liquor board and came to my local one in Edmonton, and I will buy it. My pasta, let's see where my pasta is from. It is Barilla Farfalle pasta, and it's actually made in the US, NAFTA, and is, distributed through Markham, Ontario. So, not that Italian as at first glance, but it's Italy's #1 brand of pasta, but mine is made in the United States. So, yeah, check your labels.
Now the customs tariff, here we are with the HS coding system. So that's basically the worldwide system, which the harmonized system that everyone classifies things as the same item. So a diaper is a diaper no matter what country you are importing it to. So then you can actually just go through the table of contents of the Canadian tariff system, and they're all PDF'd. So you can go through. Right here I'm showing you the list of countries. I opened that in another window there, but these are all the sections. So these are all the different items of the harmonized codes. So that section pertains to textiles and textile articles. And then way down at the bottom you kind of find a big miscellaneous section where almost everything falls. That you might want to import. So you just open the PDF. And you can actually type and search for the word diapers. Now diapers brings these things up for me, and you'll see here that there is no duty on them. They're free. Both under the most favored nation tariff as well as all these applicable tariffs listed here on the right. The CCCT is the Caribbean group, the LDCT is the least developed countries tariff, GPT is the general preferential tariff. So all these on the right are all the groups of tariffs, all the groups of countries that we've got special agreements with, and then it has a semicolon and what's applicable to them. Diapers are free from anywhere. So here you can see these are the definitions. All of the countries listed here fall under the MFN, the most favored nation tariff, which is the one that's listed on the left kind of by itself on our tariff schedule. But these denominations, or these little symbols to the right of the word, basically tell you what group they belong to of these nice abbreviations here to the right. Now to show just a different example, powder puffs, those things used for makeup on your face. Those for the GPT is 8%, so most countries would fall under the 8% versus the most favored nation, which is the 12%. So that's where you want to watch Canada Border Services Agency, that you don't get charged the 12 when you should be charged 8. Anyway, next clip, because this one has gone a little bit long, I will be going over Alibaba.com, which is my favorite importing tool, how to find stuff that you want to import, especially from China. China is a huge user of Alibaba.com, and my preference of Alibaba Express, as it's got a lot of lower volume requirements, so for the small home-based importer. And also I'll go over TradeKey a little bit, some eBay, and maybe just touch on UPS and DHL. So we'll leave this as part 1 for now, and we will come back with a special video just to show you these few other things.